to the hilt. Come on, XSplit, you can do it. Oh, this bug is so annoying. Come on. Did it crash? Did it crash it? Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents the Master of Puppets campaign, Season 1, Episode 34, which I think is the last game of the chapter. I'm your DM and host, Marty, joined by the full Ontario crew. Let me get their mics as toasty warm as the banana pancake mix waffles that Adam made that was telling me about that sounded absolutely divine. Yes. Yeah, I imagine you felt really good after that meal.
It was real good.
Yep.
Damn it, now I want pancakes.
So breakfast today was, Jessica's like, don't make the stupid protein pancakes. They suck. And I'm like, but they're so good on my phone. So you don't eat with your phone. This is true. The calorie tracker on my phone doesn't actually eat the food for me. It just tells me what I should be eating. And it poo-poos me when I'm eating what I shouldn't. No, today I made banana bread waffles. So I took a banana bread recipe and I made it, and then instead of putting it into a dish to put in the oven, I put it into the Belgian waffle iron and made some Belgian waffles. And then put a little bit of butter and some maple syrup on it, put some eggs on the side, and it is really yummy. But a whole lot of cooking oil goes. Banana bread, I did not know that it was like. It was a half a cup of cooking oil was supposed to go into the banana bread. There's two of us, and we're gonna eat all of it. So I don't think we. That's like 1,000 calories of just cooking oil. Let's just put half that in. And then, you know what? It probably those extra oil that probably would have
helped you on the way out.
No.
Well, it probably kept it really moist. My guess is that they were a tad dry if you didn't follow.
They were slightly dry. There was a slight dryness, but there's still nothing. A little bit of maple syrup wouldn't fix.
That's right.
Yeah, I did that, and then the other thing I did today was I have to replace part of my shower, and I went in, and I opened her up, and I look at it, and I'm like, ugh. And I got my parts in a box. I'm like, ugh. And then I went to go shut off the water to my shower, and I'm like, oh god damn it, my house doesn't have a water dedicated shut off just for the shower. So I'm like, Jessica, I know you want to use a new shower head. I know you want to use the whole new knob and thing. I'm going to pay somebody to do this because I don't want to, and I can't just break the shower, because if I break the shower, I break the whole house water for now. So I'm not going to do this on New Year's Eve or New Year's Eve.
Just look up plumbing for idiots on YouTube. You'll be fine.
Then we end up having no water.
When I change the shower head, I don't turn off the water or anything.
No, it's not the head.
Okay.
So the problem is I have a leak in the main valve body.
Okay, got it.
So I got a water leak in my main valve body. So it's where so I have to replace that.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm like, I got the things, I could do it, but once I tear it open, if any of these are not the right thing,
You're fucked.
I'm fucked. So, any of these things are a trip to the store that's not open because of reasons. So I'm going to call the plumber because I can't go to the store to buy the tools for the things I don't know.
Good job.
I will pay a guy $100, so I don't have to.
I'll pay him more than
It'll be more than $100. When's the last time you called a plumber?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's going to be about 3, but whatever.
Yeah, there's a minimum of $200.
More than $100 for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Where.
It's probably like $100 an hour.
It'll be
minimum hour and a half or two.
$100 to do the work, and I've already bought all the supplies, so I should.
And you get pissed off. He leaves in 5 minutes. Like, oh, fuck.
If it's done, I don't care. I don't care
Yeah.
how much I pay, as long as it's done and
Dude,
it's not.
when you're dealing with water, if it's done and done correctly, that's all you care about.
Water is the death to everything. Once water gets on a thing, it's like, that's gonna rot now. Yep. Water is the instrument of entropy. Ahmed, what's going on with you? You hung out with us last night as we played late with the Titans Gift crew. They had their end of chapter game, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was watching that. It was a lot of fun. Spent some points there.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That's all I can spend points on.
I'm gonna have to keep an eye out on to make sure that my players aren't like going into each other's campaigns to hero point each other's death.
Yeah, I thought of that. Like,
Well, we didn't discuss that those rules.
Yeah, exactly.
to go and help
Yeah,
us. Like,
that's fine.
you know what I mean?
I will take note. If I feel it's being abused, I will use my DM fiat powers to put an end to such abuse.
Let me know when you need a villain point. I'll show up and spend a villain point.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. The stream definitely pulled the party out of some problematic situations that.
Not like that hasn't happened before either. Let's
Yep.
just
It's true.
Okay.
Okay.
We've received some support.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. It was fun seeing you in the group and interacting with the community and watching the other game of it. So thanks for
Good.
that.
Yeah, no, it's fun. You guys are great to watch. I played a good round of Monopoly and Gloomhaven with the kids. Now, I figured Monopoly is a very hard game for us to play because I led by example, and if you don't ask for rent from someone before the next roll is done, you don't actually have to. They don't have to pay. So I didn't ask for rent a couple of times, and then my kids kept doing that, and we just realized we were just playing the fucking game and not actually collecting money. Like, okay, we gotta start. Someone's gotta lose. we gotta actually fucking get money from somebody.
You were playing handout Monopoly.
Yeah, and it was like,
You
after,
stay at my
like,
place, I stay at yours. It'll be all good. Yeah, the game doesn't end.
after the second round, I'm like, all right, just start asking for money from me, okay? You have to now. So yeah.
Did you show your children how to finish the game, where you flip the board and say, "Nana's a fucking cheater"?
We don't talk for 3 days, yeah.
Don't talk for 3 days because somebody's the banker and has been stealing money from the bank, taking money from people and putting it into their pile instead of the bank pile.
So, if not talking for 3 days, is that a bug or a feature?
I got the game.
Right. Nice.
So, Gloomhaven. How the hell are you teaching Gloomhaven to your bloody chillin'?
They're actually picking it up quite quickly. You'd be surprised. These kids are fucking smart. Scary. But yeah, no, they've picked it up.
Well, he's been training them for a while to think in role-playing game think.
Yeah,
Like, move
it's
your
been
little guy
years
and
right
attack the thing, and yeah.
And they watch. and
7-year-olds should be able to get that.
7-year-olds got it. 9-year-olds already. The 7-year-old has already made campaigns.
7 6 7 is when I first played D&D. Now I don't count that when I go how long you've been playing D&D. It was we had characters, we opened up the book and we made what we thought were characters, and they went on adventures, and it was like Monty Hall, like little kiddie bullshit, but it was like we were in our fantasy realm with our character sheets, rolling dice, and things were happening, and we had fun. We looked at the pictures and went, "That's the coolest thing ever. We want to like play with this stuff." Yeah, exactly. And then we knew we didn't quite know the game too well, so that when we spent time just harassing the older brother of my friend to like DM for us.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, 6 was when the hooks kind of get in, and you can, if somebody's teaching you, I imagine you could do the basics in a role playing game.
They get it good. They like, okay, what level? They have books and they have their spells per level and their D6s, and they're already organized. They're very organized, which I really like. Like they didn't get it from me, that's for sure.
But if they're learning Gloomhaven, why aren't you just playing D&D?
It's got some cool stuff. It's got like cards with little, here's my magic hat and my little sword and
Less prep.
the same reason.
I get it. Okay.
They like the little figurines and stuff. So I'm ordering a whole bunch of figurines, and because they want to make their like play the campaign they've made.
Yep.
So the whole bunch of good guys, a whole bunch of goblins. Dad, can you give me monsters? Give me a water, like stuff like that, right? So like, all right, fine. But
is it
Gloomhaven? Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Keep on going.
No, somebody was asking about Gloomhaven. Gloomhaven is basically D&D, but it's role playing, and as you progress through a campaign, you
it's a board game. I don't think there's any RP elements in it though.
No, not necessarily, but
Okay.
you can buy magic items. So when they go to do that, I put on the hat of "Welcome to the shop, lads. I'll show you what I've got here." And I lay out all the cards, and I do the little acts and.
So you are adding RP elements to the game, which, strangely enough, in a lot of like rule sets of just role playing games, you don't have to speak in character. Like, there's nothing in the book that says in Pathfinder you have to speak in character, right?
I'm doing it.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, cool.
And as you progress, you gain abilities or more actions and stuff like that. It's really well done, but it's fun for an afternoon with your friends. We play a scenario every couple of days, and there's like 30 scenarios, and the other game has 100 scenarios or something stupid like that. So this will take us some time. It's fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
There are worse ways to spend time with your boys. Yeah, that's awesome.
Like
Mark, what's fishing? You know what? I kind of like fishing, but that's because somebody put a fishing rod in my hands when I was a kid, and I caught some fish.
I hate fishing. My father loved it. He tried to take me out a few times, and I was just like, nope, sitting in the boat, getting a sunburn, not my idea of fun.
Mark hates nature. Oh, that's right. Mark -1 nature.
I will say this about being on a lake: there are no flies, as long as you're far enough from shore.
So it might be like, because my parents don't like nature, my grandparents love nature. I did all that stuff with the grandparents, not with the parents, right?
Yeah.
Like,
My nature is a fucking desert.
Yeah. Yeah, well, my brother loves nature, so it didn't skip a generation, just skip me.
not putting a roof on your house was considered viable because rain was like, it rains once every 2 years or so, and it's fine. You just put a tarp out.
Roads are 50 years old. They just look new. Nothing wrong with them.
All right, what did I do yesterday? Oh yeah, I play a game. What did I do before that? Oh yeah, I play a game. What did I do in the afternoons before I play a game? Prepared for game. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. I'm looking forward to tomorrow as the day of rest. It'll be a Thursday, but yeah, I guess I'll do some cooking and relax tomorrow. Okay, why don't we do a recap of what happened last game? Last game is called the Edge of the Endless. The party teleports via a magic chair to the chamber atop the endless pit of the plains to do battle with horrible daemons summoned by Malefont the Dreadmoth. Grackle's fate hangs by a thread. Barnabus tries to co-opt Malefont's ritual to connect to another plane. While Tassara and Spark fight valiantly aside the party, Barnabas's true intentions are revealed, and a sacrifice is made to the yearning pit, capital P. Of course, much more detail happened in the adventure. Those are the DVD liner notes kind of thing.
Barnabas might be an asshole.
Barnabas
Barnabas feels very guilty about not feeling guilty about this.
It's peer pressure guilt. Barnabas, for those who need to know, had Mort bash Tassara's head in while she was weak, and tossed the paralyzed Spark into the the endless pit of the plains while it was still connected to Hell. Hell receiving its due in exchange for the bound servant to Barnabus, this strange sulfur-smelling tiefling warrior. The party ends up teleporting one by one to the chambers of Malefont the Dreadmoth, only to find that the daemon that escaped, the cowardly shaggy daemon, the coward of cowards, the omega of their group, had teleported up into this area and then smashed the chair to bits. Luckily, the chair below was able to still teleport people to above, but you doubt in this position, Barnabus, or in this condition, that the chair will be able to teleport you back to the chamber that holds the edge of the pit to the Endless Plains.
Okay.
You now appear in Bellifont's secret chamber. Junker's rat goes jumping into Junker's hands as it did it did look like it got punted across the room, like Junker's rat might have ran at the fiend.
Shower.
There was a tiefling power that we needed to roll.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Forgot about
Well,
that.
you need to rest first for this to take.
The table on my machine.
Nice. Everyone arrives. You guys have a bunch of gear and treasure and things that you've taken off. Malefont's body, Tessara, Glaren's body. You even grab some jewelry and the two daggers from the daemons. Like loads of treasure is being dropped into this room right now. Ooh, perhaps we should rest a bit. Chaga goes over and sits on the bed, kind of trying it out.
All right, but we only got a few minutes.
What do you mean?
We have to find the phylactery.
What is this phylactery? And for fuck's sake, will someone hear me?
And what happens if we don't find the phylactery?
Well, in 24 hours to say 10 days, Malefont will reform, and I imagine he'll be somewhat perturbed.
Wait, we didn't kill him?
Oh no, we did. They'll just come back to on death. I thought you knew that.
Yes, but I thought you figured this out already, Barnabus, to be honest.
Yeah, I did. Just like every lich, you find the phylactery and kill it. Unfortunately, when he arrived and he had already awakened and escaped, it forced us to expedite our plans.
Oh. All right then.
Yes, this is Junker or Ghost.
I'm looking for
What does a
Los.
phylactery look like?
Well, a phylactery is usually it's an object of value, but not necessarily. But it will have arcane markings all over it.
Couldn't that be anything?
Then there's some nodding. Could you draw it?
Yes.
Uh,
What
When
is...
I say it can be anything, it can be a fucking chair. Okay?
Does it have to be inside the tower?
No.
So it can be how far? If he dies really far away from it, will he come
Then
back?
he will not make it back to his phylactery if Mark
So-
is correct.
So how far away can this thing be so we can search for it?
It could be anywhere in the fucking neighborhood, but if you was a lich, where would you keep your soul? Under lock and key in your fucking tower somewhere, or out in the streets in the fucking sewer?
I would bury it in as part of this castle tower thing.
Well, you're welcome to grab a shovel and go outside.
Fuck that. We'd also make it something
Sure.
pricey.
So what
not
does
to be broken.
Malefont's phylactery look like?
Well, on the scour his journals, have a look, see. Maybe he's got Take some preparation creating one, so he must have made notes. Yes,
Does it smell like Malefont?
it probably does.
Okay, Junker's turning into like the mangy dog, and
Okay.
Ghost is starting to smell arcane, and they're trying to smell Malefont, one through his arcane and one through.
Go
Chaga,
Wonder Twins!
Chaga will heal the party a little bit with one final channel, his last channel of the day.
Staff.
23 healing.
Oh yeah, nice. Thanks.
And then he summons Los. Los, come on out here. Is there more to fight? Maybe you shouldn't always come out with your sword drawn and pointing. You could take someone's eye out like that.
Yeah, what if this was an orphanage?
Why would we at an orphanage?
Fuck if I know.
Oh,
But
okay.
you just put some kid's eye out. You happy now?
No?
Yes.
Well, the kid's a little asshole.
I think this is
Well, we've got rid of ours already, so...
There's an impish look on Los's face, but then it flickers to him, kind of like just floating around, his emotions change really quickly. It must have to do, like, Junker thinks it has to do with the fact that he doesn't breathe and doesn't have metabolic, like,
There's no, it doesn't wind up or wind down.
Yep.
There's no like adrenaline or anything like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apparently we're looking for phylactery. Ah, that again. So what's it look like? What am I looking for?
Something hidden. It'll have arcane marking on it, most likely.
Can the Lich carry his own phylactery?
Hey, you're a soul. Can you see other souls?
Kinda.
Good. Go look for something with a soul in it.
Like in this room?
No, in the tower. Start there.
Well, I'm gonna start in this room. We haven't spent much time in here, although I did stick my head in everything. So, are you in here?
Okay, you can do it quietly.
Are you in here?
He won't be answering.
Okay,
Can you tell me more
Los
about
Los
this?
flows around through the bed mattress looking for things, and then goes under the bed, and yeah, he's searching. This is a really good creature to have look.
Can you tell me more about this phylactery? What its properties are?
It holds souls.
Does it have to be like a box, empty vessel, or can it be like? He looks at like the bedpost. Can it be like a bedpost, for example?
Yeah, it could be a bedpost. Probably not a bedpost.
While all liches are different, the most common example of a phylactery would be a tiny box with runes on it. Probably containing parchment with tiny phrases written inside that are specific to that lich.
Then what about a book?
It could be basically anything, though. Like that is the
problem.
that's the problem. And if you weren't as learned, you could be deceived into looking for the wrong thing. Like, better is what is.
Yeah.
Is there a minimum?
It could be a book, yes.
Why
is there
would a lich make a phylactery into a book?
Well, you can hide it in your library, and those...
Ooh.
Also, you wizards, I see you never destroying books. So if it's a wizard book, perhaps it is put it like that. Put it is in the side.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm looking for a book now?
No, keep fucking looking for a box. You look for a box.
Okay.
Wait, where's the spell book?
You look at the things that you had grabbed off of the lich. Some of the items include he had a couple of wands, he had a circlet, he had an amulet, he had no items on his person. Looked like they were extra dimensional spaces, and he was not carrying any books. Looking through the books at your feet, kind of that was tumbled out of his private library, there are about 30 books in total. A quick detect magic reveals that, yes, the chair is smashed, and you can see the fading magic from the last person that teleported and the chair itself. And none of the books that are in his library are magic per se, save for the illusory chapter at the back of the book that you already discovered.
Okay.
You doubt that any of these books are spell books.
Okay, I don't see a spell book here.
Would you mind if I damage the book slightly in the papers just to see if it is the thing you're looking for?
It's not the thing I'm looking for.
So he grabs a book and grabs like a page in the back, turns a corner, like, is this all
You
right?
can see Barnabus like you did something to him. You did stop it.
So you don't want me to keep doing this? I'm just saying. I'll go
Not any of
search.
them. They don't have the right markings. All right.
I don't know what to do. Tell me what to do.
Start looking for something. If it looks suspicious, like a box.
Master, am I to understand that this is not a safe place?
It is safe for the next 23 hours and 15 minutes.
If you do not mind, I wish to get the lay of the land.
Sure.
Okay. Eamon Woe draws a trident from his back, and then just marches out into the hallway. You do see him look around. He's a little bit startled at the darkness. He does poke his head back in. There is a magical effect here.
Oh, yeah, there is. Also, there is a paralyzed bat in the bait or downstairs. Don't kill it.
Understood. Is there anything else that I should not kill?
I would probably not go outside.
Why?
People might react to his like horns and fire. And he's
We are on Volcanica, correct?
We are. It's fine. Fucking Alistair used to shoot people with a crossbow from the fucking window. They know not to come here.
What city?
Alright.
What city is this?
It's South. It's Foundry. This is the South Water Street.
I have heard of the place. And he just marches to the other side, and he's looking around.
Well, he's going to be having fun to have around, won't he?
Oh yes, he's rather serious. What did you call them? Belly button brothers? Oh, there's nothing in this chest, under this chest, or in the floorboards. I'm gonna go check the floor. Oh, the floor is all blocky here too. I can't fly through the. This chamber is like a nut. Nice, cozy little wizard nut.
yeah, saying something very funny.
If I was going to hide my phylactery, this is the room I'd hide it in.
Is there arcane? So we got the two rats sniffing. One is sniffing for the smell of Bellifont.
Yep.
The other one is sniffing for the smell of Bellifont's magic.
So you smell Malefont in this room. He came in the room, and he's likely the person that like tossed it for a bunch of stuff. You do find a box of little gemstones. None of them are radiating magic. You find spell components. I've added this all to the treasure, and it's all mixed in at this point. But you do find some valuables that Malefont did just sort of left behind. There is... Let me give you guys a perception check. Perception MOP. You spend how much time in this room looking?
At least an hour.
At least an hour.
Okay. And you arrived at the tower at what time? It was the morning of this day, right?
Yeah.
Then we fought through the tower, and then we fought downstairs, and we spent an hour downstairs before coming back through the chair.
Yep. 8, 9, 10. It's like noon. Chaga is complaining that his belly's
Well, go
rumbling.
make some supper. I want to have a look downstairs anyway.
And you guys spend an hour in the room, and you've looked through pretty much everything that
Like, tore the mattress open and the
Oh,
pillows.
don't tear the mattress open.
What if we hid it in here?
Oh, I looked already. I didn't see anything in there.
Fuck, my bed.
My bed.
It's my fucking bed. I opened the door.
You'll see, Barnabas. You could have the mattress.
Oh, thank you. How magnanimous of you.
The only things of magic, magical quality, are the things that you dragged with you
Okay.
from the equipment that the Lich and Tessara and others were carrying.
Okay. Barnabas wants to, while Cook is cooking something, he wants to go to the room in which Malefont was trapped.
Okay, so you actually find Eamon Woe. You actually hear Eamon Woe in the basement and some high-pitched whining of a cat.
All right, well, we'll see what's going on there. If he's torturing a cat, that's going to be a problem.
No, you see that he's got the little cat creature that Alistair...
Alistair's spellbook.
that Alistair had bonded with. And he's like picked it by the scruff, get out of here, and he tosses it outside the tower and closes the door.
Fucking hate that cat anyway. Yeah, that bad. Don't kill that. Belongs to Junker and Ghost.
There was something wrong with that cat. I think it was some sort of outsider.
Really? Good riddance. Trying to stop a lich here, so we'll get to know each other later.
So, while he's going downstairs, if we're backtracking the smells,
Yep.
did he teleport into this room or did he go through the tower?
Yeah, give me your survival check to track.
Okay.
Mort, I think, can auto help if you want his help.
Yeah, he can. It's through scent, so I don't know
If that. Oh, okay.
17, 21. 22, they're aiding to help each other, so it's just one roll. 33.
Yeah, he's walked all over the tower while, like, he's gone. So he walked through this chamber into his chamber. You go down to the other area. You think Ghost that he may even cast a spell here. You go down to the storage area. He spent some time here, and there are actually signs of a struggle inside Alistair's room.
Okay. He probably didn't hide it in Alistair's room, and this isn't where he started, so we're gonna...
Okay. You look into Alistair's room. It also looks like somebody moved the cauldron, and you catch a sign that maybe one of the big daemons, picked up the cauldron. Alistair's gear, unfortunately, is all gone. It was likely on his person. But you do find a stash of Alistair, a tipped-over chest with a bunch of gold coins spilling out of it. And there's about 4,800 gold coins that Alistair had left over from your adventures.
The youngest
He ain't around no more, so we're just gonna... Well, it's good for him to finally contribute.
Okay, so the party is raiding Alistair's room for valuables. Okay. All right.
That buys Barnabas probably some time to keep poking around before we get down there.
Yep. So Barnabas, you had gone into the library. You do see that the books in the library weren't really disturbed. They're kind of where you think you left them all.
Okay. That's fine. It's what's in the where he was stuck.
All right. So you walk into here. You could see that the chains are all unhooked. You do see that some of the liquid is actually been drained.
Okay.
You're pretty sure the liquid is the same stuff that it was burning in the torches that he was wearing on his back. And a couple of the sconces on the walls have been ripped out of the wall. He jury-rigged it. Likely with a spell. It doesn't look like anyone mined the metal sconce out of the wall. You're thinking maybe a fabricate spell or something to craft really quickly.
All right. Now he wants to kind of using the thought process of this is where he fucked up turning himself into a lich.
Mm-hmm.
There's a decent possibility his phylactery was nearby during the process. He stuck himself to the wall. So now that he's gone, is there anything in the room that's missing?
So the two sconces in the room are gone.
Okay.
And you see some of the chains might have also been used in this, like, rebuilding of his backpack. So that's gone, and some of the liquid is gone, about half of it.
But no little knickknacks or items or...
Yeah, give me a perception just for Barnabas. You're looking for items in the room. Okay.
Yeah, stuff he remembers ought to be here if it wasn't... If it was as unimportant as it was made, like it looked like it was. So perception, D20 plus Barnabas. Plus 21, okay. 38.
Okay. You check this chest. This chest had some of, like, the implements of capture, like some older chains and some manacles in it. There are some of the things that you guys brought into the chamber because you had, had spent many days in the last year, like, playing school with the Lich as the headmaster. So you've got, like, scrolls and pens.
Something I think we're all going to leave off our resume in the future.
No, it's very curious that, like, it doesn't look like the chains... You actually look at the manacles that were holding him, and you can see that there is a key in the manacle. That key wasn't there before.
Smell the key.
Yeah. He's not going to touch it.
Okay. Someone
gave him the key to get
helped
out.
him.
All right. Barnabas will yell up obnoxiously up the stairs.
Okay.
Ghost Junker, when you're done, come down here.
Okay, they'll be sure that the last couple of coppers are pulled out of that hole in the floor.
Yep. Oh, is Mort still at 77 damage?
Yeah, he got messed up.
Okay.
It was not a good day for him.
Mort goes and lays down on a bench.
I've got 80 damage.
We're gonna leave 2 coppers in the hidey hole.
As a giant screw you for when if he comes back.
Chaga spends some time with Los, continuing to search this area as Ghost and Junker go down the stairs. You could see the Eamon Woe just leaning on the archway in the door.
Two are going to take the opportunity to smell him.
He snorts at the two of you, and you.
Does he have arcane spellcasting ability?
He can cast a spell-like ability, second level spell-like ability. Yes.
Cool.
Second level.
He came from hell. I don't think he's a doppelganger just yet.
Well, but it means that he's always going to smell like a doppelganger.
Yeah.
Darkness? Is that the?
No, pyrotechnics for the Hellbreak.
For the Hellspawn. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
He does have like a slight like sulfuric spiciness. You don't know if it's from where he came or it's just his natural body odor, but he smells different.
He drinks that Jamaican ginger beer stuff, which is not ginger ale. If you think it is, you're wrong.
Ginger beer is not ginger ale. That's correct. Some of it's actually really nice. Some of it's really gross.
You find out very fast.
All right, you go plunging through the illusion. Eamon Woe now notices you guys going through a place that he didn't figure out on his own, and you could see that there's a trident going through the illusory wall, and eventually he steps through. Where is this place, Master?
This is where the lich was hung up. It's a key there, that's new. Can you figure out where that came from?
Yeah, you know your friend here smells like a doppelganger, right? You smell like a doppelganger. So you might want to cut him regularly.
Is this in Nizumi?
Good to know.
Did you say that in Nizumi?
No, he said that in comment. So it was Ghost. So Ghost will...
There's like a twisted faced growl like from the tiefling. He doesn't like being called that. I am not.
He turns back. Get better at casting fucking spells.
He looks to Barnabas and he
Barnabas
puts his weapon away and just crosses his arms and stands next to Barnabas, like he's waiting for Barnabas's command.
Barnabas is just watching Ghost and Junker and letting them do their thing.
Yep.
He's waiting to, like, let me smite him. Come on, boss, let me smite him. Hey. Alright, so we'll try to sniff out the key.
Okay, so you're trying to figure out what?
Who do I recognize any of the scents associated
Who
with
put the key in?
Yep.
And
so you're trying to figure out smells in the room.
Figure out where they grabbed it from.
Okay, so give me your survival with the scent. This is the magic scent.
Yeah, there's a magic scent and then there's a regular scent.
Yep.
All right. 43.
Nice. Malefont, the Dreadmoth, his stink is all over this room. You also smell the telltale spiciness of your companion, Barnabas, and I don't know if you can actually smell Junker, although Junker just kind of smells in general. He smells like trash.
Yeah, he smells like he smells all the time.
With a 43, even with the time that has gone by, the last spellcaster that was in here, aside from Malefont, was Alistair and one of the shaggy daemons, the dead one that's outside.
I think it was Alistair.
Christ's sakes.
That or the demon outside, but maybe...
Well...
That's definitely... That smells like stinky teenager. Yeah. Yeah.
So where that
Old
fucking
boots.
key come from?
Crunchy socks.
So where'd that key come from then?
It looks like it's a key that was supposed to, it fits the lock.
Yeah.
The tower is full of junk. It could have just been hidden anywhere, and there's a ton of keys for all the manacles and everything. There's a key ring around here somewhere.
Junker is going to switch from being a doggo to being a earth elemental and start combing around the walls in here, like combing around in the foundations around where the lich was connected, where the chains were.
Okay, so Junker turns into an earth elemental and starts going into the stone.
Oh yeah, we're looking for. As a druid, that's where he would hide stuff if he wanted people not to find it. And this is
hiding it in the masonry is not out of the question.
This is the second use of wild shape.
Okay, let's get earth elemental token for Junker.
He could be bigger, but he doesn't like being big. He prefers to be small.
Show me where you're searching.
We are searching in here, around the base, and then
Okay.
Basically, we're trying to figure like where he was like chained to the wall, like into the wall where it was chained.
Yep.
then
Like
the-
any good prison, you are encountering, which is really annoying.
Steel.
There are steel ball bearings that have been built into part of the masonry work, so there's like this studded field. You're pretty sure you could wiggle through as a small elemental, but it's something where if you went running right into it, you'd run into effectively the masonry wall or the force at which the masonry wall is like existing.
Yep.
Yeah, you look around in this chamber. Give me your perception check.
Okay. Percepzione.
I'm going to give you a +4 because you're looking in the stone.
Oh, what was the bonus there?
+4.
38.
You comb the stones of this place. All you find are the metal spikes that have been anchored into the masonry to hold chains. You don't find anything specific that seems out of the ordinary.
Okay.
The metal ball bearings are interesting, but there's nothing inherently special about them. When
Does the outside walls also have the same sort of ball bearing?
Yep,
Like it's just
this
part of the
this
construction?
chamber has ball bearings in its construction.
Yeah. We're gonna go give his bedroom the same treatment because Lowe's said he couldn't get into the floor; it was too thick.
Yep.
So we're gonna. He's gonna shrug, and Ghost is gonna try to keep a nose out for the key. Gotta keep a nose out for the key, but.
Okay, so you're
check upstairs
You're
again.
gonna go back up and check upstairs. Okay.
Yeah.
What about the
And
above?
he's gonna go to like walking past Eamon. You gotta practice. Just sitting around is not good enough. He's gonna
Marty,
keep
what
going.
about above, up here?
Where?
Up the tower, like if you go to the left, if like you look at the main tower itself.
Yep.
What
The-
about like up here and shit?
The stairs continue to the top, and that's where the
Okay.
orangish flame was lighting the tower.
So Greco's gonna go and take a look there. Start looking around over here, climbing the inside of this thing.
Okay. All right. So Grackle goes to the top of the tower and starts climbing around on the inside of the bell tower. There's this brilliant, unnaturally orange uniform fire that is flickering in the tower.
Is it actually hot?
Nope.
No. Look around.
You put your hand near it. It's not warm. Are you gonna touch the flame?
No, not necessarily. Well, can I climb around it?
Yeah, you can climb around it, but it is occupying like the center of the cone.
Sure. Yeah, I'll climb up, and because I'm looking up inside the roof.
Yeah, there are tiles all along the inside of here that have different symbols on them. You aren't really a wizard, but you can kind of recognize that these are very similar in style to symbols around the circle of where the flame is, as that you saw in the chamber below, like on the center diagram. There seem to be 9 of them.
Okay.
One of them is glowing orange.
Oh, interesting. Last thing I'll check is the tip of the tower, like the tip of the tower on the top.
Okay, give me a perception, Grackle, as you're looking around in the tower. And then give me a climb check just to make sure that you're able to...
Spider climb?
Yeah, a check to avoid the flame. Like you do all this while not
sure.
touching the flame.
A climb, okay, and then a perception. So +6 and +11. So climb is...
You get
I don't know what the web... well, I think it's pretty good.
You get a +8 because you have a climb speed.
Okay, yeah, so 31.
Yeah, you are able to climb around without touching the beautiful flame.
16 is the perception.
You don't find anything that is removable or out of the ordinary or anything that looks like a box with writing on it.
I don't know if Adam has a question or if he's just pre-prepping one for Barnabus.
No, it's actually one. This is one for Chugga.
Oh, did you guys go and find Chaga?
What's for supper?
Go for the way upstairs. Went to go talk to
Okay,
Chaga.
so yeah, you find Chaga sitting in his bedroom. I forget which one is his. Is it this one?
Yeah, I think it was that one.
You hear Los humming to himself and searching things, and Chaga's just sitting on his bed. He's got like saved bits from his previous lunch. Oh, I was just taking a little breather here, Ghost. I didn't see you there.
You can touch stuff and read memories. Yeah.
It is a talent that I have that comes in handy once in a while. It's not very reliable.
Well,
Come in handy.
don't we have something for you to touch?
What do you want me to touch?
A key.
All right.
He's like pulling over a pair of slippers. Like, here we go.
Did you touch the key?
No, it's waiting for you. It's downstairs.
Oh, all right. Date?
Yeah, goes to take his hand to help him out of the bed.
No. He says date. He's got like this opened. He's got a bunch of dates inside of a palm of
food.
his
Oh,
hand.
sorry,
Yeah.
I thought it was like he
No,
wanted to hold hands on the way down the
sitting.
stairs.
He was sitting down having a post-fight snack.
He'll take a date.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah,
Date.
Chaga pops one in there. He ties the thing up, sticks it in a pocket, and he gets up and he goes downstairs. Los, we're gonna go downstairs. Yeah, I didn't see much in here.
Yeah.
All right, you guys go downstairs.
On the yeah. Ghost is later when Los doesn't really care if somebody's a doppelganger. He's beyond those sorts of concerns. But eventually, Ghost will inform Chaga that keep an eye on him and his potential for problems.
Apparently, you need me down here.
Yes. You brought him down for the touch. Oh, blah blah blah. Yeah, right. Yeah, that key in the lock. That might give you some encouragement. You got this. You got this. Inspire confidence.
You want me to see what? Oh.
See if you can figure out where the key came from.
What? Sure.
Key.
I don't get to choose what I see, you realize?
Well, let's just see what you see then, shall we?
Yes. Standing in the puddle of the ick of the man, my former master, I might add, where he was turned into a lich.
Ghost is going to make certain that if Chaga passes out, he does not end up under Chaga.
Let us hope that it is about the key that I see, because something happened right here that likely leaves a stain upon the world. Chaka says.
Doesn't smell not too good either.
All right, he takes off his white glove, and he only takes off one of them. He holds the white glove with the other white.
Inspire confidence while he does this.
He reaches out and gingerly touches the end of the key, and then concentrates. Geometry check. Concentrates for a minute.
Blaze Lord is providing divine confidence.
Nice. +2. A minute. His appraise is +12. The competence gives him a what?
3.
+3, and then the +2 from the fortune point. It's a 25. The DC is 15. For every 10 by which you exceed the DC, you will learn one more piece of information.
Hey, boy.
Excellent.
I am seeing something. Oh, you little bastard. Says Chaga. It was Alistair. Alistair stood here for a while. He was jingling keys in front of the Lich and taunting him. But I think they came to some sort of accord. You're muted, Mark, if Barnabas is talking.
Little shit.
I think an agreement was made. Wait, I'm getting something else. You fucking kidding me? The jar of nails in the storage closet is where all of the keys were jumbled up in. The jar of nails. Jogger takes his hand off the key. So, apparently, at the time when this happened, there was a unseen servant that would clean up after things, and the unseen servant was commanded to, if keys were left out, to put it into the jar of nails. And when Bellifont turned into a lich, perhaps the unseen servant just put the key away. Chuck is like just sort of like he's laughing and he's just rolling in laughter.
Well, at least you've got some smart ass comments if he does come back.
Don't tell Junker. It's hard enough to get him to clean as it is.
Yes, I think the Lich was relying on an unseen servant to turn the key, but may have forgotten that there was one that was tasked to tidy up.
He's looking at Junker and Ghost. He's fucking funny.
I did notice keys in the jar of nails, but they're a bunch of old keys. We never needed a key for anything.
No, but it's worth a look.
Yeah, you guys go over and you find in the storage closet a smashed jar and a bunch of nails and some other keys that you figure fit the other manacles that are in the box that you never really had use for, because the prison cell in the Bellifont Tower, or the Tower of Summoning, it's actually not Bellifont's tower. Although it might be. You don't know. Like, you don't actually know the legal status of the dwelling and
Did he
Bellifont.
paperwork?
Yeah, did he lease the place? Did he own the place? You don't know. Whatever he did, he probably didn't have eminent domain over the hedged area that the Imperials sealed up some time ago or long ago.
Probably not.
Yeah. He didn't have mining rights.
All right.
Yeah, you do find, and maybe Alistair found the keys and then decided,
Taunt the Lich.
to taunt the Lich.
Always
Ghost,
a good
you're
idea.
seeing something different. The little weasel of a cat, you could see paw prints in dust leading up to the shelf where the jar of the keys would, and it got knocked off the shelf.
Go get the cat. Fucking
Points.
skin it.
Fucking told you cats are bad luck. Points to the paw prints. This is what you get for making us live with cats.
I don't mind cats. I had a cat when I was younger, although now that I'm bonded with Duckin, I probably don't want a cat as a pet. Duckin would probably peck the cat to death. Duckin's actually quite strong.
And he'd be rad too.
Yeah, someone's going to have to clean that up.
I'm in. Oh, fuck off. Barnabas runs to the door to see if that fucking cat's still around somewhere.
No, Eamon chucked it out of the...
Where's that fucker's cat?
He's gone.
Well, you are a dog. Why don't you just fucking go hunt the cat?
He went out this way, landed about 10 feet out there.
Yeah, kitty, kitty, kitty.
I'll fucking do it, sure.
Yeah, Chuck is gonna come out. Duckin', duckin'. Oh, there you are, buddy. Oh, there you are. He's a good girl. Lands a Chugga. He's petting the duck.
I have lost my ghost token. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, the cat named Dog is nowhere to be seen.
Named it Dog. A bunch of assholes.
Barnabus turns to Eamon and gives him a disapproving look underneath his brow.
Okay. He grinds his teeth a little bit. He doesn't...
Because it's not his fault. Yeah, I got you.
Yep.
Ghost is just doing the shake. Look at him shaking it.
Is it
Just giving him one of those.
a disapproving glare? He actually goes out into the overhang and stares out and keeps an eye out to see if he can see the cat. Chaga shrugs. Tell Junker I will cast a remove paralysis later on the bat. Tomorrow morning. We'll get you back and upright.
If you don't find this phylactery, you might want to be out of here before tomorrow morning.
So soon?
It's not likely he's going to return in a day, but it's not impossible either.
Big old die. Look how many faces that die has. It's got a bunch of faces. It was on the one face. We could stay here for like 5 days, and typically that'd be all right.
On average, that should be fine.
Okay, in the up in his chambers through the flooring, I'm assuming there's ball bearings and shit in the floor. Up here as
No,
well?
this floor has a layer of lead that you run into.
Cool.
That lines the floor, the ceiling, the walls.
All right, and if we go from underneath, does that layer of lead line up, or is there like a crawl space?
No, it looks like this room has been shielded with lead all the way around continuously.
Which room,
You are able to
Top floor.
you are able to check out the masonry on both sides, and you don't find any nooks or crannies or secret passageways or...
There's no like missing volume that I find.
Nope. Okay, we'll say another hour has gone by. It is 1 p.m. in the afternoon.
Okay, at this point, we're starting to tear things apart. Like, all the furniture is getting moved, all the floorboards are getting checked, bookcases are getting tossed over.
Okay, so you are like every inch of the tower is now being scoured.
Yes.
Okay. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you could do this in probably 4 to 6 hours.
We'll do it in 6 if that's what it takes.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're basically taking 20s in every 5 or 10 by 10 foot area
Yes.
in the tower.
Crackle comes up to like, look, this is a perfect fog. It is not common to see perfect.
You've got a ghost that can go through 5 feet of walls.
Barnabas grabs it and stabs you. Oh, look, it's fucking bent.
And you have a... So Los can go through 5 feet of stone and take a look around.
Yep.
And then you've got a druid that can actually shift through stone via the spell.
Earth elemental. Yeah.
Okay. You are now certain that this place houses no secret compartment. Well, actually, I'm going to roll to see. If I roll a 1 on a d4, you find a secret compartment. No.
Yep.
You didn't find it like a loose brick where somebody jammed a thing, or... You were now certain after 6 hours, so it is 7 p.m. that
Junk. So just to be part of this, just to be extra certain.
Yep.
Junker does have a detect secret doors.
Okay.
We'll use that. He
So
very
want
rarely uses
that
it.
shit in our list.
So he will use that in. But I mean, like 1 foot of stone blocks. So he'll use that and just walk through the building. Just as
Like
part
a
of the same thing.
flashlight.
It would be like
Okay.
it'd be like furniture would be what he'd be more focused on, stuff that you couldn't do with the.
Yeah. Let's see. One of the areas where you didn't search as well.
I have a question. Why don't we get Mark to just plow down through the floor and eventually get to the place where we were fighting? The elf said that it was below the tower.
Long slow blink. After doing the wand thing or using the alchemist potion to do the thing, we can try to earth glide down into the chamber to see what stops you from doing that.
Okay, so Junker, while you were searching the library area, all the books got removed from the shelves, and you had kind of passed through and did your detect secret doors, and you actually find a false panel in the bookshelf. And we're gonna roll a magic item.
Is it phylactery in the
Is it phylactery? Because that's the one we're looking for.
Again, we go back to the questions of what does a phylactery look like? Let's see. Yeah, this is potentially of importance, or save for a rainy day. Give me a percentile.
All right. 40.
I don't know what those do.
Yeah, at this point, Barnabas is like rechecking his bracers that he got from Malefont. Like,
Yeah,
what is this,
Junker's
fucking magic
like-
items?
Junker's like, this isn't gonna grab my head, right?
Yeah, like, last thing we want is to wake up. Oh, hello, Malefont.
Oh, how you doing?
It's yours.
Hey, buddy. Look at you hanging out next to me in my bed. My, what evil spirit you have.
He did it.
So, well, what if it is his helmet thing that
Cool.
he has in his head?
You actually find a small, like it's a secret compartment built into the bookshelf, not into the stone. Mm-hmm. And you're able to, like, quite easily, once the books are all removed, you push on one end and the thing slides open, and there's a slight nature-y kind of feel to these gloves. And you have this sneaking suspicion that these were gloves that were taken by Bellifont that might have belonged to Glaren at one point in time. Like, they just scream Ranger. And we'll call them the Gloves of the Balanced Hand. And they are pretty neat. It's very rare to get an item that grants a feat.
Oh.
Cool.
Sure.
Treasure and loot. And put gloves of the balanced hand. Is there
And
a
then,
page everyone?
just to tell the stream, there were a couple of boons that were sitting in the tank for this party. I had added the boons to treasure. Jamna's goggles, I believe. No, the gloves of dueling were one of the boons that you found as part of the treasure. And then a javelin of phase locking. Is that what it's called?
Phase locking.
Phase locking was part of the gift from Goros to Ghost for saving him. Like, it's something that he found while in the Elven area, and those were 2 boons. They're actually really good items. The gloves are really good for fighters. There was a argument between Mark and Ahmed about whether Grackle gets them, and then the phase locking rune makes people hit by the weapon act as if they were hit by a dimensional anchor spell. I think the rats have plans for that item. But these gloves, yeah, they likely belong to Glaren or maybe an elf or someone, and they were just kind of stuck in this little secret compartment. They radiate transmutation, a strong aura. Barnabas, at this point in time, you're like, any magic item we found in here is now suspect.
Yeah.
How can you tell if it is this phylactery or if it is
I
not?
fucking know. I'll probably know.
Yeah, but it is all magic.
Does that mean we should probably look at all of the items that we got?
Yes, we absolutely fucking should.
Okay.
Have another one sober.
An hour goes by as the party sits down and then identifies magic items.
Specifically the ones Malefont was wearing.
Okay.
Anything we found.
Malefont was wearing his headband of Shadow Sight, which is a +4 headband of Int with the skill Perception and Stealth, and a +1 Profane bonus to the DCs of Conjuration spells.
Yes, he was also wearing those bracers that Barnabas grabbed.
Yeah, Barnabas, as you guys are going through the items, you're starting to divvy them up. He was wearing bracers of armor +4. You'd never have to cast mage armor again, with a +2 competence bonus to concentration checks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I recognize these bracers. Both the bracers and the headband he's had for years. He had these things when I arrived. I think over time he's placed magic inside of them.
It's not to say he didn't place anything else in him.
No.
Let's see.
And then he had some wands. There was a wand of Enervate, a wand of Fly. He had some spell components.
Yep. It's basically I think we really want to look for is things. If you were an adventurer and you picked it up, you wouldn't be destroying or anything.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure those are the items. Those are those 2 most powerful items. He had an amulet of Mighty Fist +2.
Okay, well we'll check that as well.
Okay. The party is able, with their spellcraft checks, to identify these items.
All right. And they are not phylacteries.
Well, that's the thing. What are you looking for?
Well, I don't know. Knowledge Arcana. How to identify a phylactery? Mark doesn't know, but Barnabas probably does.
If we smash it and a spirit comes out, then it is the phylactery.
Yeah, we can't go around smashing everything.
Moat is here.
No, it's a question of...
If you say it's going to take some time, why don't you just submerge everything that is magic in a bucket of holy water? Wouldn't that fuck him up?
No, it won't do the trick.
What if I piss on it?
Okay, so you're trying to identify his items to see if they are, like, phylacteries.
If they could be a phylactery.
Okay, so roll for the headband.
Identify or arcane or...
Well, yeah, like as if you're identifying.
Okay.
So spellcrafts.
Spellcraft. Do I get my identify bonus?
Yep. Assuming you have that spell.
I do have that spell.
Okay.
Plus,
So you take really close look at the things he was carrying.
yeah, we're not taking any chances at this point. I just want to make. Yes, I do have an 8th level spell left. All right, make sure.
Chaga can aid with this.
Okay. Brings our bonus up to
And I believe Ghost auto aids.
26, 28, plus 10, 38. $40.
All right, you see what Chaga is describing as this item has been. There are the telltale signs that this item has been crafted multiple times to arrive at the final item. And
Okay,
you guys
yeah.
have been doing this to your own stuff. Chaga points out that some of the runes may not have been there, but it's definitely the item. The item is definitely a non-cursed int circlet that gives concentration checks, and he has over time put things in there. The first skill he had in there was perception. The second skill he had in there was stealth, as if he became more paranoid as his career went on.
As wizards do.
Yeah. That one
Okay.
for as Barnabas believes, like, unless you've got other ways of looking at the item, this thing should be safe.
No, that's it.
Okay.
That's all I got right.
And
Brings
then
that back to
and
Ghost.
then and then you can continue to look at the bracers.
Yep.
Another roll.
$54 this time.
The bracers again look like they didn't start out as +4 bracers. Chaga explains that he's seen these bracers before, and that over time they were increased in power. You can see the runes getting deeper. You can see the layers of magic, and you come to the same conclusion about the bracers. In fact, there's even less suspicion about the bracers. There's nothing on the bracers to hold an essence in.
Okay. All right. What time of day is it now?
So it's about 7 p.m. when you guys sat down to identify magic items. This is part of the 7 to 8 p.m. You're divvying treasure, negotiating amongst yourselves, and taking really close look at the items that Malefont was carrying. The last item of any magic that he was carrying were the 2 wands and the amulet of mighty fists that I think Chaga wants to put on Duckin.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll check it as well, but
Okay.
Barnabas isn't
Check
holding
the
up too
wands,
much.
check the amulet.
The amulet's interesting. You've got a little scope out, and you have now combed through every square millimeter of the gem, looking for something scratched inside the gem that is inside the amulet of mighty fists. This thing was crafted in one fell swoop, and you're not seeing anything suspicious about the mighty fist item aside from it helps in combat.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 56 on that.
Yep.
And then we got the wands. $41.
Yeah, the wands. There is a.
They were never likely. So.
It's a well-used battle wand of enervation, a well-used wand of fly, and a recently crafted, perhaps in the last year or two, wand of repair undead. There's nothing about the auras of these wands that suggests that they're more powerful than the spells inside them.
Okay. Well,
And then the gloves, because they were things that were hidden that you guys hadn't
Yeah.
looked at before. The gloves of the balanced hand grant the person who's wearing it the 2-weapon fighting feat.
that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, okay.
You don't need to meet the prereqs.
It's a whole new world.
It's old elven magic, we'll say.
That shit's hot. It's like
The additional power is if you already have 2-weapon fighting, you act as if you have improved 2-weapon fighting.
That's awesome.
mm-hmm.
It's like a
That's
20.
pretty
It's a
awesome.
20,000 gold piece item that.
Sell pile. you got me at 20,000.
Nope.
Well, you'd sell it for 10 and then go,
All right.
Mort.
yeah, your check for that item.
46.
So you beat the DC by 20. It has a lot of transmutation. It is old magic. You're not even sure what the process is to even start weaving this magic. The leather might be made from some from some celestial version of like a holy stag. Yeah, so it's you're not even sure. It screams of elven magic and stuff that comes from a bygone age. It's too rangery to stink of Malefont's aims.
Okay.
Now, does Mort have anything in his build that makes him one weapon hit really hard?
Sorry, say again?
Does he use Furious Focus or any of those sorts of powers?
He doesn't have Furious Focus, no.
So Mort, when it's time to do like lots of attacks with 2-weapon fighting with a giant strength score, is hilarious.
You can't. He's got a lot of feats in Tetsubo though.
Yeah.
Ah.
Get 2 Tetsubos!
Tetsubos, I think, are two-handed. But...
Yeah, they are two-handed.
Well, suck it up. Get better at it.
Get better.
Stronger, my friend.
Very interesting. Well, Mort could study from the Tome of War that I have, or that we have, but that we procured. He could switch up his powers for the day and benefit from using the gloves.
There's something to discuss with more. Later, though, phylactery.
Yes, phylactery.
I'm going to go through his notes, see if he's wrote anything down.
What should the rest of us do?
Like the place is torn apart,
Yeah,
basically.
it's a giant mess at this point.
Like something to eat.
Barnabus, if you do not mind, could I have my blade back? I dropped my other one down the pit.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I will pay you back once we have sold my share.
I don't mind. We seem to. Chaga looks over his shoulder. Why is there a tiefling?
Oh,
From hell.
yeah, his name is Eamon Woe. I got his name from the Infernal Codex. See, when I opened the gate to hell.
Yes, let's back up a little bit. How did you open up the gate to hell? What were you doing on that seat?
Well, you see, this tower acts as a giant tenor rod. Now, for a key to a plane, you need something from that plane. Only thing I had was the Infernal Codex.
How do you know how to do this stuff?
Oh, I studied the planes great deal. And so I moved using the ring. Basically,
the ring that we've been set around Hell's Half Acre to go and...
Yeah.
rejoin? It's 3 rings, right?
Yeah, it's 3 rings. It is now 1. He kind of holds it up like.
Yep. Ah.
And that is how I was able to take control of the ceremony itself. Now, once I got to hell, there was deals needed to be made, unfortunately. So I picked. He's looking like Eamon's still outside.
Yep.
Picked a
Eamon,
name
Eamon
of
is keeping
something
watch
I
for
thought
the
I could handle.
Eamon's keeping watch for the cat.
Yes.
Are you the boss of him, or is he the boss of you?
Well, I am. I believe the boss of him, though he will make attempts to manipulate me throughout our relationship towards his own ends or those of his true master.
How
Yes,
long is he
continue.
going to be here?
Do you want him around?
It's just,
Yeah, he's bound to protect me, yeah.
how long is he going to stay?
Oh, just till supper, then he's got to go home. He's here for a fucking while.
I didn't know.
Oh, so you were
here's
able to
your-
use the ring of the tower to manipulate the planar rod
within
to point to hell instead of where was it pointing before?
Abaddon, Gehenna, if you will.
All right, and instead of calling forth whatever Malefont wanted to call forth, it called
Yeah,
forth
the doomer of all worlds, yeah.
that guy.
I called him, yeah.
Oh,
And he's watching for a cat.
is he a threat to the planes and to Volcanica and life as we know it?
Oh, but if he finds that cat, I wouldn't want to be him.
Oh, well, that's pleasant.
I'd call it
You conjured
proper-
a lesser devil.
tiefling, technically, but yeah.
Interesting. You have a servant.
All right, so you were able to do this because of your very large brain, your learned knowledge, and you studied from a hellish book, and you have the ring of the tower.
Yes.
Fine. So,
Just thinks for a minute, concentrates on the ring. Forward me the phylactery.
He's trying to I think he's blindly trying to activate the ring.
No,
Find
just
the
blindly, he's
phylactery.
like, no, that doesn't work. If we don't find the phylactery, all joking aside, we should seriously consider packing.
So you're saying Malefont will come back?
Well,
through this
there is a possibility that his phylactery was down with him.
No. Oh, did you try going just straight down and seeing what happened?
I think I tried to ask to, but I think I also got disconnected while I was trying to ask.
okay.
Oh yeah.
So, what are you trying to do?
Just as an elemental. What happens if I try to go to the thing just by swimming through
Down.
the earth?
Okay, so you begin swimming through the earth. Give me a D100.
What plane are you in?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ooh, 13.
You see Alistair.
Okay.
Good luck.
So you go down, go down, go down, and then you end up hitting stone that you just can't go through. You're about 200 feet down below the tower.
Okay.
Nah, maybe 300 feet. Kind of like you're really far down.
Now, if I try to go around it,
You start to go around it, and you start, because you were in the place, you start to realize that there's maybe about 30 feet of block around the big-ass space that you were in that is just hedged. Are you going to go to the bottom part?
we're gonna map it out, but we're gonna be really careful not to like fall. Like,
Okay,
we're not-
so you're picture a cube. Oh, do I have a cube within grasp somewhere?
A dice will do.
a D6.
A D6, yeah, okay. A D6 with close up. All right,
With
so
the
you're on
power
the
of camera.
yeah, you're on the cube.
I will map out the six. I'll map out the.
And you're going around the side, and you catch the lip. Are you going underneath?
Yes.
See, this is when I would say no.
Okay.
No,
Give me a perception check.
Okay. This is you're right. This is where you would say no, but this is where he thinks it's like a space,
There's a way
This is where heroes are made.
or where characters just sort of
Oh,
they
characters
went to
die.
the ground and don't come back.
backups. This is where backup
32.
characters.
You feel a slight force as you go underneath the cube, pulling you towards where you think the pit is. You actually have to grab onto the surrounding rock to keep from being pulled in.
Ooh.
You feel it getting stronger the further you go in.
Well, how does Earthglide work if you grapple something?
I don't know if you could pull people into the earth, but
Because I think we're gonna find out if we can. We're gonna find a small animal and try to throw it in the pit.
okay. So yeah, you go up and you hunt down a rat because it's easy for you to find rats. You already know because you have this power. You can't grapple things through the earth.
Okay.
You can carry things that you normally can carry that are not alive through the earth.
What if I stick it in my mouth?
That's interesting. You're gonna try with a normal rat. You're gonna try with your familiar.
I'm gonna take a normal rat, and I'm gonna knock it out, and I'm gonna put it in my mouth.
Okay, I think you end up kind of just killing it as you try to pull it into the ground, like.
Kate.
Oh, he eats it. Come on. He just starts chewing.
You put it in the garbage bag, so it becomes more garbagey.
It's too fresh.
Not ready yet.
The disgusting feed bags that you and Mort have.
Matching feed bags. Kate, he'll report back that it's down there and it's not that far away. Like it's.
Yeah, you can't seem to go up, but there is a force. Like you
can
don't
go
know
in.
you don't know what's gonna happen when you go into the well where the hole is. Like, and you could feel like this force pulling you towards it. And I think Junker's a little. It sounds like he's a little bit too selfish to go like gung ho into the.
You're not going to experiment that hard.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
gonna,
Yeah.
Do you know what he will do? He will go help people get elemental body so they can go piss around down there.
Okay. While you're on your way back up, I need another percentile. Like this is you going back up, not exactly in the same tracks you were before.
Oh, those are both low.
All right, you end up in the basement of the tower, or like the main level of the tower, and you safely come back up.
Yeah, I'm going up in somebody's basement. Ah!
Yeah, unfortunately, your visibility when you're in elemental mode is like the surrounding squares, basically.
Yep.
Same with Los. Like he could see just 5 feet through the stone when he's in the stone or out of the stone.
The earth elemental rises up out of the basement and puts its hand up.
Yes.
There's a block down there, and you could probably slide yourself into the pit, I think, if you want to go into the pit, but I'm not doing it.
So it is below the tower.
Malefont was blabbering about how he got through some sort of ward. That chair seemed important.
Yep.
Did you look at the chair?
As for that tree, yeah, we checked that.
Chair's also smashed. There are some semi-precious stones and a little bit of jewel work that was part of the chair's makeup, as well as the really dull stone that you had figured out in the brief moments that you were activating the chair during combat, or during a rushed period of time, that the stone had something to do with the focus of the chair.
Mm-hmm.
So
You could definitely go back and look at the chair, like at the remnants of the chair.
Sure.
All right, you go back to look at the remnants of the chair. What's the caster level of? Greater teleport is 7th, so the caster level of the chair was 13th, or at least 13th. Yeah, give me a spellcraft. You try to identify the remains of the magic item.
24. 31.
15 plus caster level. A mending or make whole could make this chair get better if you had a caster level equal to or higher. No, sorry. Is it double the?
I want to say it's double the level of the thing that was broken, but I could be wrong. Used to be a formula like that. You have to cast level twice that of the item.
Okay, so you need a caster level 26 mage to make whole the chair back together.
Well, I don't think we're going to get one of those.
There is a spell called Greater Make Whole that actually reduces that, but it's a non-standard spell, and it's a 4th level sorcerer cleric spell. But then you'd have to be at least 13th level to repair the chair. You didn't beat the DC of the identify very well, but you did identify its function. You got a bonus because you actually used it. The chair's purpose is to teleport to a specific spot. Not to the other chair, it's to a specific spot.
Alright. The lot of you should start considering packing your things.
We have 5 days, right?
No, you don't have 5. Are you fucking paying attention?
how much time do we have?
Well, let's see. It's look at 9 o'clock now. We got here. What time? About 7. So about 10 hours, give or take.
Grackle leaves. Goodbye then. Fuck you.
Potentially.
10 hours? It's going to take us 8 hours of sleep, 1 hour to prepare our spells. We have an hour to pack?
I said
Why don't we
potentially.
pack and just sleep in my dojo? If that's safe.
The dojo that is within
Yeah, I'm
spitting
not
distance.
sleeping in your dojo, so when he gets here, you can just set it on fire.
I can see your dojo from there. I could probably hit it with a spell or two.
Have to leave then. Shit. How about we go to a...
Fuck Barnabus, I'm going to get Mort up. Mort doesn't need to rest. He can do the packing.
Aye, man. You've been resting all day looking for a fucking cat. It's your job.
What is it?
I need you to pack my things into the cart that's downstairs, then start helping everyone else with theirs.
You want me to move luggage?
I'm sorry, did you have plans? I am trying to find a lich's phylactery.
How can I help in that regard?
You can move my things to the car. Pack my things, bring them to the door. I'm ready to pack the cart. We'll pack the cart.
How do I know it's yours, master?
I will show you which room is mine. Start there.
In Nizumi? Pretty sure he's pissed again all the way from hell for this. It's not that bad. It's Southwall, pretty close to it.
Alright, so you convince Eamon Woe to pack your things for you. Chaga goes over, Mort, wake up, Mort.
Comes up with a grunt.
Where are you going to be? I do not want to be attacked by the Lich. I have to collect my things from the dojo.
It's fine, Grackle. Go and play in your dojo.
I will collect my things, but I want to meet up with you.
Well, we will be going to the Arcane Academy.
Alright, I will collect my things. There's not much, but I collect and...
Joker's like pointing Ghost at himself, like, all of us are going to the Arcade Academy.
No one's chained to the cart, but...
Are we resting here at least first? Do we have the 10 hours, Barnabus?
Yes, you can rest. If you want to rest, go rest.
Okay. We need to get more... my kitchen... Chuck just leans over and grabs a bag of, like, ingredients and starts munching on it.
That's icing sugar.
Just,
do something with it.
Mort, you need to get up! Mort! Chaga goes over and sticks a salty hand into one of your wounds. Mort! We need to flee the tower. We're not unable to find the Lich's phylactery. We have about 10 hours to pack. I want you to pack up anything that is of value, your things, my things, anything in the kitchen, all of the food, into the wagon. You don't stop. I'll make you a delicious feed bag later.
He looks at some of his wounds, he's like, my tum-tum hurts.
Yes, it does look like it hurts,
Still
doesn't it?
running with lots of pain, too, if he has any healing.
The pain goes away after an hour.
Yeah.
65 damage.
That part doesn't go away after.
That part's still pain.
Okay, Chaga will... Oh, he's a negative channeler. Fuck.
Staff of healing!
He's not converting anything. No, he hasn't had a chance to...
Alright, Barnabas will throw out a couple spells. What's he got left?
I have wands, but I would prefer to not use them right now.
He gives Mort 15 healing, 3 charges from a wand.
Okay. Mort will take that.
There you go, Mort.
Fine.
There you go. I'm injured too. Yes, we're all battered.
Yeah, you look worse for wear, don't you? Alright, so Mort gets up and starts...
You didn't get chain lightninged by the Lich, you...
You didn't get in a slap fight with him either. Try that.
Oh yes, those bruises are rather purple.
Ghost will rest, and Junker does not need it, so Junker's gonna...
Okay.
And he's got a lesser restoration prepared, so when he gets tired...
Chaga is going to go into his bedroom. He takes Los with him, and he will cast a rope trick and sleep up in the rope trick.
Barnabas is not resting. He's going through all the books. He's trying to find like notes, like things he's made or his plans for a phylactery. I mean, you don't just go, I'm going to do this today. It's arts and crafts time. You plan this.
Yep.
Maybe he can see what it is, at least.
Okay, Barnabas is looking for clues, and using the library plus the captured library and everything that he's found that's written down. He's a madman with string going to different notes all along the wall. At least in your mind.
The phylactery.
No, the cat was a gift from
No, I remember from
one of the hags.
Yes.
The cat, technically, not phylactery is not quite the right word, but it's similar.
Okay, while you're doing this, Polly comes out and perches up onto one of the bookshelves and just is aiding you, I guess, in the fluttering around the room.
Rock, third page, asshole, rock.
Rat, Junker, are you guys sleeping?
Junker's not sleeping. Junker is gathering, collecting, doing the things that a divine / alchemist guy who doesn't need to sleep needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
Additionally, he's got a lesser restoration prepared, so he, instead of using that to cure Grackle, he's going to use that to make him not fatigued tomorrow.
Okay.
Preps his spells again.
And you're packing. You're helping pack and stuff, or
Well, he's making certain that he's helping pack, making sure the rat's stuff is ready to go.
okay. So Junker actually packs some of the good stuff onto the saddlebags for the dire rat.
And in the morning, he will be able to prep for freedom of movement, even if, like, which should also break the
Yep.
thing, but
I think Grackle, you said you were going to go back to your dojo.
I use 6 charges of a wand to heal myself.
Okay.
You're all assholes.
No, Chaga's got no channeling left. Unless you want him to like empty all of his wands, then
No, I have
Okay.
a wand. It's
Okay.
cool.
we have Bobos
yep.
and Bobos.
63.
All right, Mort, are you? Is Mort doing as he's told and packing up the wagon?
He's packing things up, but it's like messy. Like nothing is folded.
Don't worry, Junker's helping pack. Oh, he's also messy.
He puts like stuff in a bag that you shouldn't pack in a bag, like books.
Okay. Are you packing up the lead pewter crystal constructs?
No.
Okay. You packing up the laboratory?
Yes, he will pack up the laboratory.
Okay. He is an alchemist. He has ranks in craft
Yeah.
alchemy, so he at least knows that he has to pack some of the glassware a little bit more carefully.
I need this shit. That's my go-go juice.
It just ends up being dirty rags wrapped around glassware, all jammed into a box. Okay, it's gross. Mort will never start a moving business, is effectively what we're learning. But you do spend a lot of time going back and forth. You and Eamon, who packs up Barnabas's room like he was instructed, moves it to the wagon, but doesn't lift a finger to move anything else.
Lazy Eamon. That's his name now.
Layman.
Layman will.
if Mort asks, like, why isn't he doing anything?
Yeah. Hey, your back broke?
No, I was instructed by the master to move his things.
Well, there's some collective things you could be moving.
Do they belong to him?
You know what? That you're an asshole. You're not. They're kind of to him.
Give me a
You will miss
diplomacy.
them if they're gone.
Give me a diplomacy check to Mort.
Oh, Mort's diplomacy check. This is not going to go well.
We'll find if Eamon knows how to fight in a second.
Oh, that demon you summoned.
Yeah. Well, if you're not helping, you should rest. I actually do have a rank. I have a rank in diplomacy, giving me a +2.
Those are my favorites. I have a rank. I'm still negative.
I rolled a 1.
Junker is watching.
You seem to be doing fine on your own.
That doesn't speak to Zuby, but you actually hear to Zuby, like, you're gonna take that shit from him? And he does not point at anyone in general, he's just trying to see if they fight.
More looks like he was gonna move towards him, then like pulls on his wounds, like, oh, you're so fucking lucky. You're never getting a cut, buddy. You're only getting Barney's scraps.
Yeah, Mimo has no wounds. Mort sitting there with a 62 damage.
With 62 damage, yeah, the fight's not happening.
Mort continues to move the food. The food just ends up all being just dumped into the into the floor of the passenger part of the wagon.
With being a half used bag of flour, just going.
Flour and like loose onions and potatoes. Just dumping cutlery into the it's
Do the dishes.
Broken plates and stuff.
All right, Barnabus. Sorry, Grackle. You're going back to your dojo.
Grackle is going to he's gonna tell whoever the hell is. He's gonna stick his head into Barnabus. I will come back here after I've done got to do a few things.
Right. We'll either be at the court. If the court's gone, we're going to the
academy.
school. Yeah.
Got you. All right.
He didn't even look up at you, but he's like, you acknowledged. He was just like, yeah, go. Reading.
So Grackle's gonna go to his dojo. He's going to collect some of his things, but he's not gonna leave it as if everything's completely. He's gonna take his, it's just his shit, but he's gonna make it look as if the master is still here. Like he's the master, he's still here. Do you know what I mean? He's gonna go to his top student and give him the key and say, "Until I return, you are responsible for the dojo."
Student's eyes wide. Master, when are you coming back?
Mark, you're kind of right close to the
Oh, sorry.
But I do not think it'll be too long.
Okay, the student. You're from a school of obedience, so the student bows and accepts the key.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the Ogre Magi.
All right, you go to the water temple. The Ogre Magi, Zogo Zarul, is there.
Zogo.
Master.
How have things been here?
Quiet.
Good. We have returned, obviously, but we might be traveling again. He pulls out a ring.
Yeah, you talked to him yesterday, so.
Yesterday?
Yeah, he led you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Just so you are aware, do not get close to the tower. Not from tonight until I tell you to. It is extremely dangerous.
Yes, master. I will avoid the tower.
Pulls out a ring and puts it in his hand. It's a +2 ring.
What is this, master?
This will keep you protected against many things that would strike you. It is protections. It is not a small thing.
He nods slowly. He doesn't.
He looks. Show me your armor. He's gonna praise, see his armor and his, his blade. We need, like he starts using. We need to upgrade perhaps your armor, and you are not wearing a necklace.
He has 3 armaments that you left him with. You can't detect magic, so it's effectively a masterwork large greatsword that he has on his back. He shows you his greatsword when you command to. He's watching you closely. His masterwork composite longbow has a strength pull on it that you will never achieve. The strength of the longbow is 28.
Like the cut of your bow.
And his masterwork chain shirt.
Launches short spears all the time.
Yeah, did I? What does that do? It does like
9.
2d6 plus 9.
Looks like we will we'll need to add some magics to your weapons and your armor.
Magic requires money, Master. You have taken all of the treasures from my clan.
Do not worry. You will be provided with more. I look forward to having you in my service.
The creature nods. He looks at the ring in his hand.
Wear it. It will protect you.
He
takes the ring from him, puts it on. It is not cursed. gives it back the ring.
Okay. He was searching for treachery in your face. But when you do that, he takes the ring. Apologies, Master. My race is known for treachery.
My school is known for honor, and you will be training under my school. This blade will cut very nicely once more magic is applied to it.
I like
With your strength.
I like the cut of your honor, Master. You did not face your greater alone. You faced them with your friends.
Yes,
The
it had to be done that way. They honor me by fighting alongside. I'm making shit up now.
The gears of the gears of the honor system about decaying files and why they're okay.
The ogre magic just chuckles at that. He's happy that there is much wiggle room in your definition of honor. And that,
Don't look too much into it.
and that winning seems to be more important than anything. The lawful evil ogre magi appreciates that.
Continue with your duties. I will come to you again. I'm in the area, but stay away from the tower. Do not get close to it. Something very evil and powerful is there.
Yes. Sinful crackle.
Yes. Hey, jump on the broom and fly the fuck out.
He watches you go. He turns invisible after you leave the water temple.
Did you at least look at the frozen lake to see if he's doing his job properly? Is the horrible evil still
I would
frozen in the lake?
Yeah, there's still the well, see, you need to see invisibility to see her, so
It's still there. The block is still there.
The lake is frozen.
the lake is still frozen. Yes.
While I'm flying away, I know you're right behind me. Okay, he's not there.
That one time where it works, you'll look awesome.
So every time I leave him, I'm always saying, I know you're right behind
No,
me.
he didn't fly after you. He just turned invisible and slunk back into the water temple that no one in the neighborhood goes anywhere near.
The horrible Oni temple. Why'd you go there?
Where are you headed now, Grackle?
He's just gonna go pack my private things, but again, make it look like I am returning. But none of my private shit is there. And then I assume I don't actually have much because
So give me a survival or a bluff.
Bloof. I'll give you a bloof. All right. Survival doesn't exist. Bluff, not too bad. That's 14. 34, not 20, baby.
Okay, so you leave some personal effects behind that make it look like somebody still lives here.
Yep.
It's not that hard because your former master's personal effects are still all here.
Yeah.
You burn some incense and leave a pile, like leave a piece of clothing not folded up and put away, like it was put on a
A
doorknob
plate with
or,
half a cup of water or
yeah,
something.
yeah. You go around. You're